Yo, what's up, motherfuckers? Let's break down a battle. I was supposed to do this one a minute ago, but I'm a piece of shit and don't do things. I don't know. Just my internet has been awful lately, and life is hard, you know. That's my excuse. Anyway, let's get into this shit.
That shit, nigga.
Everything good? Yeah. So it's on Wreccless Wordplay first.
Wreccless, Mr. Wordplay, aka Mr. How Your Mama Them, St. Louis. Shout out No Coach, shout out Street Report, shout out Street Palace, shout out Cheddar House, nigga. I do this battle rap shit, man. Let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how people remember all the things to shout out. Like, I have shit I should shout out, but I never remember. I'm always like, alright, let's battle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm in the moment of battling. Some motherfuckers is just like, yeah, shout out to everyone. And I'm like, I don't remember anyone else's name but me and the motherfucker I'm battling at that moment. I don't know. You know, do your shout outs. It's good. It's a good thing to do. I need to get over that.
All right.
Tag me in the building, West Side, Holy City, stand up. Tap in TV.
Let's get this on Wreccless Wordplay, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get it.
I say, my motive for this potent little shit, well, I ain't have one. But I'm still about to smoke 'em with this. I really had my pen smoking when I wrote this little shit. Plus, I got the cig blowing. Leave a hole in your shit. Ken, dog, I'm here to attack your sense of integrity. You should have named yourself Pride, because that's the only thing telling you could mess with me. We on two different platforms.
That was nice. His name is Integrity, breaking it down. Should have been Pride. Yeah, that was nice.
You can't hang where Wreckless be. It'll be an honor to get to wash your hands where Wreckless be. Where rap with me, it's a crash course. Nigga, this a collision. Hop out with the guns drawn. Bitch, the pistols is spitting. If he lived and he lucky, he leave with indentions and stitches. I'm waking up in a hospital bed like that.
I'm sorry. The fucking, what are these? I'm stupid. Not the quotes. The whatever. They're always really bad at getting things wrong, and some of them are funny. Like, he said P and it said Pete. Something about whatever, and it said pencil, and he didn't say pen.
Damn, I should have made a different decision. But fuck dog, he asked for this. You beat me, it's blasphemous. They either paying me to rap, or I'ma give them my ass to kiss. I'm a vet for real. Man, y'all ain't seen a half of shit. So when these leagues say they won't book me because of my feet, man, I could give a half of shit. When I'm on, skull and bones. Bitch, my material hazardous. If I keep rapping the same pattern, I kind of wonder how bad it get. Text me, all your boys get touched like the Vatican. Cause y'all put me in my...
That's nice. All your boys gets touched like a Vatican. Oh, that's funny as fuck. Because if you don't know, priests are pedophiles. Not all of them, but a lot. And the Vatican did a lot of work protecting those pedophiles. So, you know, getting into some vaguely political bars. Nah, it's just a fire bar.
Shit was happening. I heard him mention me versus Lou. Shit was cracking it. And said this shit me versus you. Why is this happening? When I'm bang, toe tag him. I ain't shot this in a while. It's so accurate. You was too early finishing rounds. I told you scrap this shit. Now you gotta stand up here watching your ass get kicked. You finished your rounds in December.
Okay, something Wreccless does really well that I'm noticing. He doesn't really rap for the bar as much. Like, he has bars, but he's not bar focused, if that makes sense. Like, he's rapping and he's rapping to rap and there are bars in it, but like, unlike someone like me, where I go for the punchline and like the punchline is the whole point of what I'm saying. Like, he's just kind of talking and chilling on it, and like clever things come out just seemingly naturally in the line. Like, obviously he wrote it that way or blah blah blah, but yeah, it's like a little like off kilter in a cool way of it's not exactly how like most people process writing. A lot of people do go for the punchline, or they just purely rapidy rap, and he's in a weird but nice like center point between just rapping to rap and punching, and like it's really weird to describe, but like it's kind of cool. Well, it is cool. It's just like sometimes I'm so used to, you know, looking for punches at the end and like the punchline being the main point. It's a little weird to like readjust to sometimes. Like, ooh, that was a nice bar, but it could have been. But no, it's working with how he raps like really nicely. And then a lot of the time he's just kind of saying, I don't know, cool shit, not in like I don't know, it's just shit that like isn't really a bar or overly clever to say. It's just like a real authentic thing to say, which is in my opinion just as good as a punch. Like sometimes just saying real authentic shit is fucking just as good as, you know, writing the craziest, most technical line ever. And yeah, it's cool. I'm digging it. I'm just, whenever I hear him rap, I have to like readjust a little bit to like, oh, okay, he raps differently than, you know, the majority of people, which is good. But yeah.
This thing, you know how much shit done happened, Crip? Well, for that, I'm gonna empty reload, give him a half a clip. You niggas ain't as slick as Wreck. I could have beat you with half of this. Up my performance a half an inch, and they'll say I look like I added shit. Damn. I bet you, when you jump in the pool, it turned brown and looked like somebody added shit.
That's just a funny fucking line. Completely irrelevant to the prior statement, but it's just funny, and I will always give points to humor.
I ain't passive, Crip. That savage shit, I'm active with. I know you thought you could rap a bit, till you got up here with Wreccless and realized it was Munchausen the whole time. Nigga was just acting sick.
Ooh, that's okay. That completely went in the face of everything I said too. Like that's just a punch through and through, and that's a good ass fucking punch. Just acting, yeah, Munchausen's like that's fire. And yeah, you got to know what Munchausen syndrome is, but I mean, nah, he pretty much explains it. You're acting sick, and that's a huge oversimplification, but yeah, essentially, and acting sick, like you acting like you're fucking hard and shit. Like, yeah, very nice bar. So he's kind of showing like he's versatile. That's cool.
So after this, don't hold your head down and drag this shit, cause you wasn't supposed to win. My flow hotter than dragon spit. That magnum lift, cold word tow truck, I pull up dragon shit. Ain't no one shot I shoot until a clapper click. Look me in my eyes. Bet you won't find out a half a bitch. So anything you say in this room better be accurate. Time, nigga.
Okay, yeah. And then he kind of just rap to rap there. So yeah, he can kind of run the gambit on how he does it, which is really cool. A big thing too that I think a lot of people should learn from him is just his overall energy, how he's like kind of owning the room. He's talking down to motherfuckers even though he's a foot shorter than everyone. Sorry, Wreccless. But no, like that's how you gotta fucking do it. Like I'm shorter than a lot of people too, but you gotta talk like you're the biggest motherfucker in the room, or at least that like you know you're short, but you can still fuck them up, like shit, like you know what I mean. You gotta own that fucking room when you're rapping, and Wreccless does a phenomenal job of that. Like his voice gets like really, like he has a nice voice that projects, and like he just runs with it, and he keeps that energy throughout the whole fucking thing.
Okay, what's up?
Hey.
Okay.
Oh,
Integrity is on you. On integrity.
Let's go, integrity.
I hope you ain't come here to say that you did me a favor. I paid everyone on this platform, so don't say that I paid you. Bringing up platforms in front of me ain't gonna save you. The music is trash and you ass. Ain't no radio station gonna play. But I got a question though.
So that was actually a fairly clever beginning, because Wreccless did kind of touch on that a little bit in his round too. And then like, don't say that I paid you. Like, yeah, he paid everyone. Like, it's not like he's going out of his way to be like, yeah, I did my job by bringing you onto my platform. Now don't act like you're being like you're anyone special. I'm doing my job, do your job, blah blah blah. And it's just a really cool way of like cutting through any opportunity of bullshit, you know, like, and it's not bullshit in like the bad way, but you know, there's a certain amount of embellishment that goes into angles. You overplay things a bit more to make it a better punch, to get a better line out of it. And as long as you're not like just lying and making shit up, like it's part of it, you know. Fucking some people, Canadians, KOTD, they'll just make shit up about people and run with it, and it's like none of that's true though. And so that would be lame. But like what Wreccless could have done, and what he kind of did a little bit but not too much, but what he could do is, you know, twist the whole you're paying me to come on your platform, I'm the headline performance, blah, like he could twist it to be like I'm special and you should be thanking me for coming on your platform, which is a very reasonable way of twisting it to make it, you know, a potent punch. But like what Integrity did there is completely nullify any attempt of that, which is super clever. I wish he would have had a punch that went with it. I don't remember what the punch is now because I've been ranting, but I remember the punch wasn't overly relevant to that point, and if he had the punchline or the summarization line of that in a nice clever like punch package, whatever you want to call it, it would have really driven home that idea. And even if Wreccless didn't do it, it's still like a nice idea of it would still be clever. Like it's still clever, but if he had like a punch that it would have been more fruitful no matter what, even if Wreccless doesn't end up taking that angle at all. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. A bar is a bar, and it had weight to it in the message, so yeah.
Cause you lost me. When you battled that big guy, why your hand was like you got cerebral palsy? I don't look for the obvious. I look for the things that's cost me. There's a lot of battles I got you. I seen that you lost me. I haven't lost 3 battles yet because I don't plan to. You think I'm coming like I did them other niggas? You a damn fool. I'm on the street, you fucking geek. Bitch, you can't lose to a nigga with dreads in his head. His shit look brand through. Don't want to hear about him battling. This guy is so-and-so. You not me, and I'm not them. You comatose. I'll fuck your bitch while she's pregnant. Make her water broke. Then wait for you at the hospital with a blunt. I'm on all the smoke. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Some of those mid punches were like the comatose thing didn't make too much sense, if I'm being honest. There were 1 or 2 others that were like, okay, they're a line, you know. But that end one of I'll fuck your bitch till her water, which I don't know if that's a thing. Can you fuck someone who's pregnant into their water breaking? I don't know. I don't sleep with pregnant people, so that's not something I've ever found out, and no one's ever told me that as a possibility, so I'll believe that it's a thing. Sure. But then like waiting there with the blunt, I want all the smoke. That's a nice line. I want all the smoke is something that's like been played with a lot by a lot of battle rappers, but like the way he used it there was pretty clever actually, and unique, so I like that.
Crazy Brady calling audibles. Since you black with a Mexican nose, this time I'm gonna tell you about vomit nose. You should have took this guy. You should have took this guy. Cause you lying, cuz I'm a full-grown tiger. You just a lion cub. Keep it real with yourself. You need help. Quit buying drugs. I know what you really mean when you say that you fire slugs. Can't tell me.
Nice. That's actually nice. Not sure I've ever used the term slug for any drug. Maybe, I don't know, because drug lingo changes vastly from even neighborhood to neighborhood and shit, so maybe someone refers to like crack or meth as slugs. I'm not a crack or meth user, so I don't know. Maybe there's plausible, whatever. But other than that, the idea was there. I like the idea. The idea of it was nice.
Shit about hustling. Like when the buyers come to the spot on the block for the rocks with the white dove. Don't be fooled by his okay lines and basic quotes. Just because he raps loud does not make him dope. He say shit like,
That's nice.
I hope you with the
I cut him off there. But yeah, that's actually nice because, especially too, I just said like his energy is really cool. But his point is still valid there of just because you rap with that energy, just because you are loud, just because you project well, does not make what you're saying actually good. And that is true. There are plenty of battlers who have great energy but don't say fucking anything at all. That's not really true with Wreccless, but the angle is still really nice, and it's potent enough of like this could apply to almost any battler who raises their voice. Like shit, they could do that to me now that I'm a bit louder and shit. But like yeah, that distinguishing between what is nice and the rest of the performance is a really cool angle of, yeah, he's loud and has nice energy, but that doesn't mean everything else he's doing is great. You know what I mean? And that's very true. That's true for anything, though, to be honest. Like, someone could be like, oh, you have a great pen game, but everything else is trash. And, just because you write nice doesn't mean you rap nice. Like, you can do that with any real part of rapping, if I'm being honest. Just take their best skill and say that doesn't make you good. Yeah, it's not the most logical thing, but it works in a way of, like, it has enough truth to it, and there are enough people who do fall into that category of only relying on one skill and not really adjusting with any other. Like, it's a good line. Not 100% true against Wreccless, but, it's still a very clever, smart angle. And I think that's one thing Integrity does really well is he picks angles that are very strategic for battling. Like the first line that I talked about of his where it was like, yeah, I paid you, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's very good in terms of destroying anything that Wreccless can say. He makes it very hard to take angles that would be effective against him by taking these angles, if that makes sense. It's almost like a defensive tactic in a way, but like you can still be offensive and like make good bars attacking them while destroying any good angle they can use against you. And that's one thing Integrity does really well. I just want to see him, when he does that, follow through on that angle and kind of stick to it a little longer and have a nice summarization or punch or something to really drive the point that he's making there home. Because as it is, it's just like, oh, that's a good angle. But like, if he did more with the angles that he takes like that, it would, one, make it's just gonna sell the idea more. And two, if Wreccless does take any or just anyone you're facing takes an angle that you already talked about that looks like a huge L to them. Because it looks like, dude, you already know what they're going to say. You already have a response. You already beat them to it. You know, or even if you say it after, it sounds like a rebuttal. Like, the more you kind of do that, the more, if he says it, it looks bad on them. And also, even if he doesn't say it, it's still, they're good enough angles that apply to enough battlers that it will be received well by anyone who watches battle rap. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Kill any nigga that talk to my bitch. Pa, 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 pa. Yeah, nigga, you thought you was slick. So don't be fooled. That's okay.
Also, his impression of him is hilarious too. Even Wreccless is like, what the fuck? Like, it's so over dramatic. Like, not over dramatic. Like, he's taking Wreccless's style and then just like overdoing it, but on purpose. And that's another thing Integrity's good at, is being comical and making a line that would be kind of okay otherwise, like, hilarious. And that's one thing I love about Integrity's rapping, is he can be funny as fuck.
Okay lines in basic quotes. Just because he raps loud does not make him dope. He say shit like, I'm from the Louvre. I battle with Blade and I'm cool with Hitman too. I got 50 plus battles. Why the fuck you already coming through? Don't be fooled.
Okay, and the arm up thing, he actually set that up nicely too earlier in the round, because he talked about his hand being goofy against someone when he battled, and then he kind of walked away from it, and now he's going back to it, which is a really nice tactic too, is bringing something up, letting it rest, and then coming back to it. That's a great strategy for comedy, for storytelling, rapping, dude. Like, it's a great strategy in almost any writing art form. Yeah, like, that's cool. He set it up, and then it's just adding to the comical factor of it all.
By okay lines and basic quotes, just because he raps loud does not make him dope. He say shit like,
And that too, like a catch line specific to the battle is not like a catch line, but like taking one line and repeating it like that, like what he's doing there. The basic quotes, just because he raps loud does not make him dope. Like, that's really cool and really drives home the point. Yeah, do, like, kind of going back to what I said before, you're doing what I want to see you do by taking an angle and, like, really driving it home. I wish you did this with every angle, or like all the good angles, because you had like 2, maybe 3 really cool angles that didn't really get seen to fruition, if that's the completion. They could have been added to and driven home a little more, like you're doing here. And yeah, just what you're doing here is really funny, really cool. It's not as like technical as the other angles, but it is really funny. And yeah, I'm just glad you're driving it home, and like the fact that you do the impression more than once really sells it too. Like, if he did it once, it'd be like, okay, that's funny, but like he keeps doing it, and it's just, yeah, it drives it.
integrity whack. I'm finna smoke him and this is fact. But if integrity wins, I'm gonna kill all these niggas with the strap. It's a movie, so tell your bae to watch. We oven cook your ass so fast like some tater tots, round 1.
Ooh, let's get it.
Yeah, that was a good first round for both of them. Fuck, that's hard to call. Uh, I would say Wreckless won that round. Just because start to finish it was a little more consistent in terms of maybe I don't know, cuz not consistent in terms of like you slipped up at all. Like terms of like how many lines actually were impactful. Cuz I'm not going to lie, there are a little bit of, I don't want to say filler cuz that sounds mean and it sound like people use it harshly. But, you know, sometimes you gotta fill space with lines. And sometimes you gotta throw in some lines that you're like, that's not my best, but the rest of my material kind of covers for it. Yeah, I think if you just, like I said before, stuck to your angles a little longer, you wouldn't need to do that. And then I don't think Integrity or Wreckless had like any line that seemed unnecessary, you know, like everything he said kind of went together and proved a greater message. Not really a greater message, that's weird to say. It was, I'm not doing words today. There's a word I'm looking for too, not consistent, but it was, Wreckless won that one. I'm not explaining it anymore. Fuck you all.
Let's go. Take it like that.
Let's go. Top of the top.
Let's go.
It's on Wreck.
Wreck.
I know how I do it, man. I don't write for real, so I'm finna bend again. Nigga, you wouldn't imitate me. That was your Tourette's kicking in.
That's a super fire rebuttal. Yeah, you weren't impersonating me. That's just your Tourette. Like, yeah, that's fire. Not like the craziest rebuttal I've ever heard, but like really takes the comedy from his from Integrity's round there and kind of shifting the humor back in his favor. You know what I mean? So now the joke's not on him. He's joking along with it and kind of flip the joke back onto Integrity, which is just, yeah, super nice rebuttal. Take notes, everyone else. I'm not gonna
Hell no.
I say to keep up with some of my rounds, y'all niggas that need a dictionary. I paint a vision. I say to keep up with some of my rounds, you gonna need a dictionary. I'm a visionary. Paint a vivid like Pictionary. Shit is getting scary. Drink till my vision blurry. I'm a simple dude. I just fuck your bitch missionary. This shit fairy tale. That shit fictionary.
Okay.
It's a list of shit that you could have been doing instead of standing up here with Rec trying to spit it scary. Like picking out pictures for your obituary. Trying to figure out which one of your parents gonna be your beneficiary. Or picking through these niggas in the room because you know you're gonna need 6 to carry. Talking like you could rob me. Nigga probably don't even know how to hold a gun. I'm from St. Louis, nigga. Let me tell you how we do it where the soldiers from. Long nose 44, nigga. That's my golden gun. If you see me holding one, nigga, I'll leave a hole in one. Black ugly motherfucker. Y'all got me battling Malik Yoba, son.
Okay. I'd say the first 20, 30 seconds of his round, maybe it was only like 10, 15. Seemed a bit all right, you know, the rebuttal was nice, and then he kind of stumbled a little on the Pictionary bar, but even without the stumble, it wasn't a great line. See, the thing about Pictionary is you don't paint it at all. You don't make it vivid. It's just like a loose, you know, idea. You're on a timer. It's not very vivid. I'm sorry. But no, other than that, it was like, all right, and then there were a couple other lines that were, but then, like, he really heated up there. He had a couple good ones, and then, like, he took his drink, which is a weirdly good tactic sometimes. Because if you do it, like, a super weird time, it just looks like you're choking. But like the way he did it was like, now I'm gonna tell you how we do it, and then takes a sip, almost in addition for dramatic effect for what he's about to say, and then when he comes in super hot like that, like it sells that as like, nah, I was just taking a sip before I, continue killing motherfuckers. Like, what do you mean? Like, it ain't a choke, I'm just chilling. But yeah, it's a super fire tactic, actually. Not
But
tactic.
fuck that.
What?
I rap what I live. Nigga, what kind of life is this? Wake up every day on the grind, still can't ride around without a pipe to spit. It's a war zone where I live. Niggas doing some trifling shit. That's why when I hop out, my clip number is indictment list. Yeah, nigga. You done ran, I say, you done stepped. I say, hold on. You done ran into a nigga with some heart. One squeeze of the trigger, my nigga, you get ripped apart. They'll find your body on Cicero and your head in the order from Instacart. Listen, boy.
Okay, that setup was like kinda but then the punch was super nice, and that was like a clear kinda, not like a super punch, but like it was a punch. It was mean. It was a nice, hurtful thing to say. Not really hurt, but I don't know, whatever. Fuck you.
Listen, Mark, this is the beginning of the end, but it been like this from start. But you can relax. I'm not finna attack. You already made it through the vicious parts. That Glock show, Picasso, nigga, this some really different art. That my blow, your top hole, but that bitch gonna be missing parts. Time, man.
Okay.
Let's go.
Bottom of the second, it's on integrity. Let's get it.
He just said something, some bullshit. I think it was about an indictment. He forgot to mention. Gets integrity for the die quick. Fuck you mean?
We got a rebuttaling going on.
Yeah, I respect the attempt. Not the greatest rebuttal, let's be honest. Especially after Wreccless's fire-ass rebuttal. See, that's why I don't rebuttal. Because if there's a chance that it will be, like, super fire, there's also a chance that it's just like, what? That didn't make sense. Yeah, I applaud the attempt, though. I'll never bash an attempt at it unless you're doing it too much. But, yeah, you tried. It's not the whole round.
No chainsaw. This about to be a massacre. He came unprepared. I'm aware. He thinks I'm an amateur. Be on your shit, you little bitch. These bars gon' damage you. Spread your whip. I'm a trip. Killing the driver and passenger. Or he escaped from the whip. Breakfast, I'm coming after you. Put a nice hole in your shit. Like Martin did to Johnny Tappy. But you ain't mad, boy. Because that's why I'm smacking you. How is your name Wordplay? You can't even spell vernacular. Why you look like you drink 211, nigga? I heard you drink.
Hey, man. Don't be bashing Steel Reserve. We've all been there. We've all had low income and a desire to get drunk. 211 is a great beverage for that. It's not a great beverage in taste or anything else. But if you want to get drunk and you're broke, 211. Fucking Steel Reserve, my guy. That and Ice House, those two motherfuckers got me through all the hard times. No, but for real, if someone said, like, you look like you drink 211s, that would hurt my feelings. One, because it's like, it was true for many years. And two, just because it's funny. It's like, you look like you drink the fucking shittiest beer. And it's like, oh, yeah. That's just funny.
That shit too. When I was 27, nigga, you thought I was scared to battle you? Me? Never, nigga. I'm here to kick your ass and show you if I'm better, nigga. But that's a lot of dope them Steves. Yeah, maybe few. I'm talking real spitters in the game. He's not a crazy shooter, but you a bad processing unit. A gay computer. Can't even call LeBron elbow to the eye like Isaiah Stewart. It's the wrong sport for you. We can't play a loser, so I'm gonna get you vaccinated. This shot ain't a booster. Whether you believe it or not, you about to be bloody. Minstrel, I watched all your tapes, that's great. But I got some issues. Choking and stumbling against He-Man was not official. Loud rapping with high energy threw you off, blocked against you. Look, cuz, blood coming out your tissue. I'm not chasing clout, yes, I'm out to get you. Nigga, you ain't used to niggas that can fight back. I got better things to do. Even though I'm supposed to battle Frost, but aren't you better than dude? Doesn't matter though, he had to go to heaven with you. I'm looking up, and you talking to the casket. Something a rapper would do, and I'm headed to school, cause my bar's so tall. This nigga don't sell ticks. He's Taco Fall. I'm on bullshit, fam, like Alonzo Ball. You dead at night and this morning, like Alonzo's mom. Yo.
Okay, I was digging that. I like that.
You gotta be fucked up. I'm cooking, motherfucker. Why am I battling a baby squirrel looking motherfucker? It's raining.
Okay, yeah, that's just more comedy. Yeah, funny.
Bars in this bitch, so I took an umbrella. Nigga, you 34, I'm 37. You my little brother. 6 bar and 4 bar setups, yeah, nigga, I talk different. This is the way to the 3rd round, clown. I'm gonna show you how I walk different.
Okay. Yeah, there was. I don't think you really had any of those cool angles in this one. Yeah, you kind of rap into rap a bit there, but it was all super clean. Other than the attempt at rebuttal, I'd say it was all moderately good. Like, every line had, not every line, but most lines had purpose to them. Yeah, I want to see you go for angles more. Like, once you brought up the 211, there's so much shit you can do with 211s. Like, you can talk about cans, getting, cans as in guns, pew pew. I'm sorry, I am high as shit. Fucking 211. There's more. Fucking 1911s, 222s. I don't know. Fucking 211. 11 times 2 is 22. There's shit there, is all I'm saying. I'm not about to start freestyling. Like, take a line and kind of break it down to its furthest extent, angle the fuck out of it, and then kind of clean it up from there. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what you do with angle, like, your choice of angles are super fucking nice. I just want to see you angle more, and I want to see you drive those angles home. Other than that, I think he did really well. I think Wreccless was a little too sloppy. He wasn't bad. He didn't really choke, but he had to like run back his lines a couple times. I would give that round to Integrity, honestly. Just based off it being cleaner. He kept the energy up a little more. Wreccless had a bit of a divot when he slipped up, or whatever you want to call it. As far as like bar for bar quality, I'd say they were about even on that one. If you wanted to say Wreccless had a couple more like bars and relevant lines, I could possibly agree, but just in terms of the overall like clarity, consistency and everything, I would give that to Integrity. So it's one.
Okay. Get it. Man, get it. Round top of the third. Top of the third. Some wreck.
I never ever write a third. Y'all niggas can peep my rapport. But nigga, I'm the light in the ring. You need me to record.
That was nice. Here's a thing. I'm not a fan of freestyling whole rounds, to be honest. But if you can do it, I guess, go for it. Personally, I think freestyling should be kept for more like rebuttals, and if you are forgetting shit or whatever to go into. But if you can do it, go for it. I don't remember it being bad for a freestyle, so.
Cause without the light, who's shining bright? Not you, nigga. You black as fuck. You want me to tell you what you look like? My first car, you know what that was? A black Acura. That motherfucker had black rims. That would be you. With a black fit and some black Timbs. A black hat instead of this white shit. I know under that shit black. You look ugly, motherfucker. Like a grown-ass mountain goat. I freestyle most of my thirds. You want me to tell you why?
Why?
Cause this what this shit counting for. You got the nerve to have on a DKNY. You know what that stand for? Nigga, I don't even fucking know. Don't nobody. You don't fucking know. Don't nobody wear that shit.
Oh, you motherfucker! I was trying to fucking hit my vape. I was trying to smoke. I was not prepared for that. Oh, that was funny as fuck. I don't even know. Because I thought he was about to, like, actually say what it meant and, like, break it down or something. Alright, yeah. Points for that. That was
That's like Donna Karen, nigga. That was like 97 the last time I seen my auntie wear that shit. Nigga, you dead as shit. I'm talking like, you look like roadkill. No, nigga, you know what's really cool? I really live my life selling drugs, nigga. I'm about that extortion. You know what you do? You look like you survived an abortion. You a little ugly motherfucker. I'm talking about you live for that drill, bro. I'm talking about I came to kill you, but you black and ugly as fuck. You look like you already been killed, bro. That's double dead. This sword, double edged. This nigga better duck. These bullets come double edged. They button heads. Cause I hold these clips adjacent, nigga. And you know what I'ma do? Make you face them, nigga. That concrete outside, I'ma make you face it, nigga. Put your tongue on that bitch. I'ma make you taste it, nigga. And if you don't, you can bite the bullet. Which one? You want the iron or the concrete? It don't matter, nigga. You battling me. I'm iron and I'm concrete. 10 toes down, nigga. Like Moses Sanders. God.
okay. Definitely some fire in there. I almost kind of liked some of his freestyle and shit in the third better than his written in the second, if I'm being totally honest. Even though I'm against people freestyling so much. Yeah, the first, like, half of that round was hilarious. Definitely some, like, super funny shit. He got into a bit of rap into rap, but then he ended on a super fire punch. So, yeah, I like that. I like that round.
Bottom of the third. So integrity.
I know it's your best round. He said,
All that shit he just said was really boring. He tried to talk about my DKNY with them big ass Jordans.
Hey, my size, bro.
Okay, that was a slightly better rebuttal. Not crazy great, but definitely a good rebuttal. I'll say that. Yeah, not the best rebuttal, not super technical or anything, but all right, I'm with it.
I told you I'm gonna rebuttal with you.
Okay.
You sound sweet. Get that bullshit from around me. You from out of town, so it's going down in round 3. You wanted competition. Listen, you found me, but you came to turn the ball over. He out of bounds, G. Street raps and rebuttals and voice projection. It's not only wordplay strength, but it's his choice of weapons to disarm his opponents. But my flow's been tested. I'm sick with these bars. My nose congested. You won't accept it, nigga, because I'm giving you work. I told you I wasn't done with your ass. Finna do worse, like praying for forgiveness. A sinner do curse. Stop bringing 2 rounds for a 3-round battle. This nigga's too surfy.
Yo,
I'm integrity, but the fun doesn't stop here. In case you ain't heard me, or in case if I'm not clear. Underestimating me is for the bottom, not the top tier. Looking bad and smelling trash, you should have washed your ass when you got it.
Damn, keep on YouTube.
Now him telling the people came to see him flex. On me, nah, G, they came to see you sweat. Quit asking me stupid questions like, can you beat him? Yes. Yo, I hate when niggas try to kiss ass. I hate a teacher's pet. Out of 50 plus battles, you managed to get 25,000 views. 8 of those battles, good job. It managed 1,000 views, but 3 averaged 400. 5 was down in the twos. Then you had 7 that averaged 100 plus. You was bound to be fooled. Only had 4 battles reported. Only 1 was down in the twos. And the other 3 you're gonna see it averaged 2,000 per view. And I hate it had to be you for me to level up on. I'm a God-fearing man, but damn the devil's so strong. My friend is Gad, strapped, and metal black chrome. Tell St. Louis he can't do it. Send his ass back home. You a piece of shit. Gotta remind everybody in the street of shit. But it's hoods everywhere. But in Chicago ain't leaving shit people script. Cause there ain't nothing to glorify. How would you feel on the real? Watching your son and daughter die. Or you taking your last breath. Watch your son and daughter cry. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. The stomach or the eye. 6 bar setup and 4 bar setup. Yeah, nigga, I talk different. This is the end of the 3rd round, clown. I just showed you how to walk different.
Okay.
Okay. That last part was pretty fire. He could have ended it a little nicer. The stomach or the eye, all right, I'll take it. The setup for it was super fire and could have definitely had a little more weight to it, but yeah, super fire. Fuck. Okay. Wreccless might have taken it just off entertainment value. It was super funny. The last line was pretty fire. But it was a little short too. And I'm trying not to take points off for freestyling since he did well. Fuck. I would give it to Wreccless. But if someone said they thought Integrity won, I wouldn't be, baffled by their decision. There's definitely some validity to that claim. I just think Wreccless kinda, one, he showed a little more poise throughout, even though he stumbled a bit. No, poise wouldn't be the right word then. It just, when Wreccless did have his punches, and when he did get things out, it had a little more oomph to them, you know what I'm saying? Other than, Integrity's couple really good angles, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Wreccless just by a little bit. A cool fucking battle, definitely fun. And, yeah. I have given my decree. It is official.